Hello peeps and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I will be showing you all the plants I keep in here. I have brought a lot of my own plants in here, so it's not just Adansonis now. Let's get into it. So I've done a video, I think it was around in May, when I showed this greenhouse, and if you want a reference to how much it has changed since then, you can check it out somewhere up there. So this greenhouse is divided into 3 sections. As you can see, we have bottom shelf, middle shelf and top shelf. Obviously. On the bottom are mostly my Anthurium seedlings that I'm growing. In the middle we have a horde of Adansonis, some alocasias, some Anthuriums as well, and on the top shelf we mostly have the bigger Adansonis and some plants for sale and also some Anthuriums. Let's start with the top one. Also, it's messy. Starting off with my precious, this is Anthurium papillilaminum crossed with Karla blackia, and it is just pushing out a new leaf. It still has a lot of growing to do. Based on the petio, I think it should be good, because this one really ended up surprising me, and I did recently repot it and I think it's really happy now. Then we have one small Anthurium forgetti seedling. So this is from my mother plant that I pollinated. As you can see, it is a small boy, but these are actually the biggest that I currently have, unless they significantly grew at home. It's pushing out a new leaf. This one is sold. Yeah. And then we have yet another unknown. This is Anthurium magnificum something. It's just chilling in here because it's supposed to be selling, but it's not. And now moving to the Adansonis. Lo and behold, I'm so proud of this one, and I've been trying to sell it for like 130 euros and nobody wants to buy it, so now I'm just like, why not? I mean, this is like a pristine example of a beautiful half moon. It has a lot of leaves, and yeah, all of our Adansonis are like Leaning Tower of Pisa just because. And the current biggest is this one. This one has a lot more than 10 leaves. It is kind of reaching the top of the shelf, so we'll need to be cutting it soon. And as you can see, the aerial root game is pretty strong with this one. Beautiful, beautiful variegation, and it's just loving life. So this was also previously a very big mother plant as well that I ended up cutting. As you can see, it does already have really big leaves. What happened here is one leaf grew through the other because I don't really check it as often. Whenever I'm cutting it, you'll be getting 2 packs of leaves, sadly, because there's no way you're gonna untangle that. Like, I tried and I would just rip the leaf, and it's a shame. And then up here are mostly our future mother plants that we're growing, so that they end up looking like this one day. So here are just some of them. I'm trying to keep a nicely variegated one, not too white, not too green. This one is so nice. These are actually 2 plants. As you can see, this one is right here, and then we have this one, which is so splashy, and I just adore splashy Adansonis, and I don't get them enough because they just end up going to a half moon phase, which I hate. And this is my future project. And then we have some cuttings of variegated Adansonis. I've just done a Black Friday sale of them, and they went so fast. Like, I was surprised that so much of them went. I am keeping some of them. Here is another one that's also currently still selling, and that's practically it for the Adansonis. In here there is, so this is one of the Adansonis. I think it's one variety of Adansonis, not your classical one. Or is it Laniata? I'm not sure. So this is the cutting that I was gifted, and it's pushing out a new leaf, and it has a lot of roots, and it already should be potted up, but I simply didn't have the time to do that, so it's chilling in the glass. And there's also a forgetti seedling in here, don't hate me. I actually ended up propagating it accidentally, and you can propagate very small seedlings. Moving to the second shelf, which is a shit show. I do have a few alocasias that I have grown from bulbs. Here are the Fridex. This one is kind of wanting to be a little mutated one. I also brought Mama Friday here, which is now residing in the bathroom. Anyways, I want more Fridex and Maharanis because I think they are really pretty plants, and kind of only alocasias that I keep. Speaking of Maharani, here is a baby one, which is doing really well. As you can see, it is pushing out a new leaf. And I do also have yet another one. This was the last one that grew from a bulb. And then we have another project, which is Philodendron Strawberry Shade. shake. Now, this is my mother plant. I will insert a picture showing you how it was looking when it was doing its best. It started to revert, so I had to cut it, and this is the base of the plant, which slowly it's getting a little bit more variegation with each leaf. I can still cut it down if I want to. Here are the two cuttings that I kept in hopes that one leaf would end up variegated, but they're green. So this and this one were the original leaves. Maybe it will come back, maybe not, who knows. Then the two anthuriums that I keep in here are Anthurium Dark Phoenix. So you've seen this one in my recent plant haul. These are actually imports from Indonesia, and they are rehabbing super well. They're kind of in a stage where they can be potted up into soil. So this is the newest leaf that it has pushed, and it's really starting to resemble a dark phoenix, which I love. This is one of the plants that I wanted for such a long time. It is pushing out a new leaf, so I'm really excited to see this one size up. Here is the second Anthurium that I also got from the same batch. This is, I think it's a Papillilaminum crossed with subsigitatum, something in lines of that. So this is the newest leaf, which is very matte-ish. It's not so velvety. I think it should be pushing out a new leaf soon. You can see the root situation is... The rest of the shelf is Adansonii. I won't show you every and each one of them. I'll just show you the prettiest ones. Here is one that's kind of rocking half-moon leaves, and this is all from a mother plant that nobody wanted to buy, and it just keeps surprising me. And this is another really pretty one. This one has kind of started to go on more whitish side. And as I mentioned before, I really try to breed more of these splashy variegated Adansonii because I think they are amazing and underrated. It's really hard because the half-moon variegation is really strong. So this is one of the examples that, you know, it might actually continue with splashy variegation. So I think this was the first leaf, and this is the latest one, which is gorgeous. Here you can see it's a new leaf, which is also kind of splashy. Half is half moon, but it's fine, we're getting there. Here are also two of the Adansonii that nobody wanted yet again. As you can see, the original leaves are not enthusiastic. They are variegated, but they did turn to minty eventually. And here are the new shoots, which again, really splashy, and I love. So nice. So nice. And that's pretty much it for this shelf. Now, the anthuriums, as everyone's been waiting for. My Karla blackia is growing a new leaf. I will show you this plant in sunshine. Can I? No, I can't. Okay. It's pushing out a new leaf, finally, after having issues with the root rot and all that. As you can see, I have repotted it. I do need to change the pot so I can get a see-through pot because I do want to monitor its root growth. But here is the newest leaf, and it's so nice. Like, it's the perfect stage of Karla leaves because they are pink and dark and shiny and sparkly and just amazing. Some of the older leaves are goners and they're like slowly yellowing, which is expected because they're old. How are you doing in life? This used to be really pretty, but now it's obviously not. This is a Forgetti hybrid, which I believe is somewhat crossed with Warocleanum just because it's narrow leaves. It's on my to-do list to get going. To show you how it looks like, this is a smaller plant. This is the only pretty leaf that it has, so it's something in lines of that, and it gets a close sinus. It's really nice. I haven't actually seen much or any Forgettis that look like that. And then we're gonna go through a horde of my Anthurium seedlings. Starting off with this are Anthurium crystallinum hybrid crossed with my silver Forgetti. They're currently on their second leaves, and I can already see the mama Forgetti features in there because the new leaves have this specific leaf shape and color, and I'm really curious how they will end up looking. Here are a few more from the same batch. I did sell a few of them. Then from Indonesia, I also received 2 seeds of cross between 2 pipe hybrids. They're on their third leaves now, at least one is on their third leaf. They are very narrow, so I'm like, is this a pup? Is this Portillier? I don't know. So we'll see. Hopefully they end up looking like really nice pups. This is currently pushing out a new leaf, and this is the one that's kind of just finished hardening. This is my favorite glass for like very special Anthurium seedlings because it's so cute and adorable. Then we have my precious variegated Anthurium Forgetti boys. Those are still hanging on and they've not died yet because I've had some like purely white ones or mint, and they have, not mint, lime variegated, and they've gone to shit, but these ones, they're fine. Then we have a section of luxuriance hybrids. These are the smallest one from my Crystal X Luxuriance batch, but I'm gonna show you the bigger ones. So here are a few examples of the seedlings. They actually ended up looking really nice, especially with the new leaves. And you can see this one is way more luxuriance oriented than this one. But I think it's still too early to really tell how will they end up looking. Some more examples. They look so nice. Like, I'm so happy with the seedlings. I do have a lot. I pollinated the same plant with luxuriance pollen again, and it took, so I should be getting some more in upcoming months. This one is Dark Forgetti crossed with Luxuriance, and I do have high hopes for this one. It's already looking slightly more different than from my crystallinums. It doesn't have a closed sinus yet, it's just pushing out a new leaf, which also has an open sinus. So I'm hoping that will come with time, because if you've seen like really nice Forgetti's Luxuriance hybrids, they're just... What I believe, or what I was told, this is the reverse hybrid. So this is Luxuriance X Crystallinum Magnificum, something of your basic Anthuriums. This one is way more bubbly. It has more of a matte finish than velvety. This is the biggest leaf that I have received it with, and it's just pushing out a new leaf. It does also have way more ridges on the petioles. Crystal X Luxuriance also have ridges, but it's less prominent than this one. And then the last two boys that I have are Ace of Spades crossed with Magnificum, which are it's the ones that just yellow their leaves whenever they're pushing a new one. As you can see, they're both pushing new leaves, which is nice, but this is the older leaf and this is the previous older leaf, and they just end up looking like shit, and I'm just like, why? I do have to separate them and give them separate pots. I still don't think they should be this temperamental. Anyhow, this is it for my greenhouse, but I can show you the plants that we have next to it. Lo and behold, my Monstera Esqueleto cuttings. I've made a video where I cut this plant, and these are a few of the cuttings that have either not sold. Here's a top cutting that I'm currently keeping. They have a lot of roots, so ooh, they're also pushing new growth points. One variegated Monstera of many. And then we also have a bunch of Melanochrysum cuttings. There is one that's kind of trailing up this pole with a Monstera. Here is one really nice variegated Syngonium that I've been growing in outside of my grow tent, and it's really nice. Wow. Here in the bottom is my variegated Thai, which I've had in water and it started to do rot, so I've kind of cut it, and I think the wound has been drying for like a few days now, and I think it's okay. So yeah, this is it for my greenhouse tour. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Let me know which plant was your favorite, and if you like this, please give it a like and hit the notification button, and I'll see you next time. Bye!